Hi everyone, Vickie here. We're going to take a look at this new moon chart. It's October 12th, 8:07 p.m. New York. I'm a little late getting this up. It's just been pretty crazy. Mercury's direct finally at this time. And I was never one to put a lot of stock in Mercury retrograde, but boy, this one has definitely affected me. I've been losing all sorts of stuff. My laptop died, blue screen of death. Just a lot of issues with appointments and clients, and I've really felt this Mercury retrograde, so I will be glad to see that going direct. Look at this chart, though. I know it's only for Eastern time, but the ascendant's 2929 Taurus with the part of fortune right there. So that's that mea culpa, or what is it? It's something about culpa, but it's Latin or something. It's some, might be Greek. I don't even know. But it's a language. It's a language. But it translates to mean something about losing your head. And I've mentioned this before. There was these back in the day. A lot of people who had that in their chart would actually lose their head when beheadings were really common. But today it can be like, don't lose your head, don't go crazy, don't go overboard. But it is this new moon in Libra. And everything is kind of gathering in Libra. And just as the nodes are moving out. So this really, really is that last hurrah in Libra. We've got the North Node, Mercury, Lilith, Juno, Sun, Moon. So huge stellium in Libra. Oppose the South Node, and Uranus is also... This new moon is almost exactly opposed Uranus here. So right away, unexpected. More what I get, though, it's the freedom aspect of it. Because Uranus is about wanting freedom, wanting to break away. And there's a lot of love energy here, too. There's a lot of stuff about love, because Venus and Mars are nearly conjunct, and they're going to hit with Jupiter here, too. So we all, Venus and Mars are primary love relationships. It's a heart love with Venus and the passion with Mars, But when those two unite, there almost always is this, blissful romantic thing happening. But in Virgo, that's a little bit of a different energy. It's not really so free as it might be. But there's a lot of love here. And the Libra stuff here, that Venus is ruled by Venus. Libra's ruled by Venus. Venus is love. So there's a lot of love. And Neptune is love. Spiritual, universal, higher love. And this is all connecting up with this. Mars is opposed Neptune. Venus is opposed Neptune. In Pisces and Virgo. So it really is this changing of the guard, as I've been talking about the last couple charts, I think. It's a changing of the guards because the nodes are going to move, And we've got Jupiter, Venus, Mars, and Neptune all ushering in this new energy here. Some of the other things, there's a lot of oppositions, but there's a lot. What was I looking at earlier? Oh, Saturn. The node is trining Saturn. South node trining Saturn. So totally for everyone, people that are showing up right now, these are going to be past life connections, big time. But also, both of these things, the node and Saturn, are considered karmic. But they're also more than just like karmic in the sense of you're going to be punished, karma. It's more of a realignment, So there could be a lot of realignments happening to get people back on their paths, to get you back in line with the reason that you're here, to get you back to love, One of the ways that this Virgo with the love energy, Virgo Neptune here, it can be a lot of different things. But one of the things that I was getting about it is maybe not scrutinize so much, because also Venus is squaring Saturn. So Saturn's involved here. These are big, long-term, deep issues we're dealing with here, but maybe more like a Libra is to just allowing love to come to you. Allowing love to come to you don't scrutinize it, don't judge it, don't put conditions on it, don't put up blockages. Letting love flow is the biggest message I get out of this whole chart here. I mean, there's so many little, we can get into all the details, and we will, look at more of the stuff. But letting love flow seems to be, well, letting Venus energy flow too, I would probably just say, which could be the creativity, but I'm really getting more about the love because the Venus and Mars are coming together, and then with Neptune there. And all sorts of love, not just your romantic partner, you know, everybody, you know. And I get a lot of forgiveness about this chart too. I'm feeling that there could be a lot of forgiveness and clearing of karma, you know, bringing things back into balance, releasing burdens that we've been hanging on to and carrying, freedom, you know, Uranus, freedom from this. Saturn's moved into a lighter Sagittarius energy. And it's like, it's more seeing yourself as part of humanity, you know, with Uranus too. Uranus and Aries. Aries is the individual. Uranus is all mankind, you know, humankind. And so there's this like seeing yourself in the bigger picture of humanity, not so scrutinizing every little detail or, you know, being more expansive. It's a great chart, new moon for expansion. You know, expansiveness. Uranus is expansiveness. There's this general feeling about expansiveness, even though, you know, there are a lot of oppositions. Look at the aspectarian over here. Opposition. But a lot of them are the same. It's Uranus opposed Sun, Uranus opposed Moon. You know, it's Uranus, and then Neptune opposed Venus, Neptune opposed Mars, Neptune opposed Jupiter. So it's these two oppositions, these two dichotomies. The one dichotomy of the new moon in Libra, we've been dealing with this for a while, a couple years, you know. It's Aries, me, myself, and I, what I want, as opposed to compromise and the partnership energy of Libra. It's the first house of me, the seventh house of partnerships. Those are the rulers of these two. And then we're transitioning into the Neptune and the Virgo energy. And, you know, Chiron's in there too, so healing of spirituality, healing of guilt and shame, and all the things that have convoluted and messed up spirituality. You know, all the power struggles and all the, you know, the power struggles and the things that have made it have a quest for power rather than, you know, just how people have been manipulated, I think, through a lot of religions. And I'm not calling out any specific one, but you could find that in every religion. And getting back to more of the pure spiritual, pure Neptune, the pure essence of it all. And, you know, Jupiter and Virgo can be a good thing here, too, in this stuff, too, because it's like by scrutinizing. Because sometimes, you know, with Libra, it is just surface stuff, you know. By scrutinizing and going a little deeper, then we can see, you know, see things, and it has to do, too, because it's trining, or squaring off with Saturn over here. It does have to do with our spiritual beliefs, you know, and our philosophies. And, you know, maybe it was just kind of status quo. Well, this is what we believe, this is what I believe, and that's what it is, you know. And Saturn and Sag is going to get us to also question our spiritual beliefs. Do these beliefs suit me anymore? Maybe they suited me at another time in my life, or maybe I did, or our parents did use it to keep us in line. You know, you're going to go to hell and you're going to be punished, or maybe we even did that with our own children to an extent, you know. Or maybe we even did that to ourselves. You know, maybe I think some people use religion to keep themselves in line. You know, and maybe it goes back to their, you know, past lives or their parenting or whatever. But, you know, sometimes people, you know, I have no control over it. But religion will keep me in line. Fear of punishment. I want to be one of the saved. I want to be one of the special one or whatever, you know, so I'm going to behave so because of some promised reward or punishment, you know. But it's much deeper than that. You know, it is, and it can be. And nobody has to go deeper. I'm not saying you have to or you don't have to, but there could be those breakthrough little cracks in the facade, the little cracks in the rules and the structures and the walls and the things that we've built. Saturn, these walls that we've built up around us, these tunnel vision kind of things, you know. And I think there could be like these little glimmers, you know, of just moments, and not to beat yourself up and say, oh, I was an asshole for believing this all this time. And it doesn't have to be religion. It could be any kind of rigid belief system that you've built your life around, or allowed to control your life, or control you, or control your path, or restrict you. Because you know, Uranus is expansive. Neptune's expansive too. Neptune is water. Neptune will dissolve those things. You know, it's like water and earth. Well, earth is the walls and the earth and the structure, and the water comes and washes away. Another thing that has been happening is more flooding. You know, real quickly, there's been in America, South Carolina, and I believe there was some flooding in France. I saw a blurb about that. So it is bringing water, and water is, yeah, and it's terrible for these people. And I'm not saying anything. You know, I'm not trying to, you know, say that's good that these people are being flooded out of their homes. But I am saying that it's so symbolic of wash away. Things that are hard become soft in water. A clump of dirt, you put it in water and it dissolves, it turns to mud. Salt. You know, things that are hard, elements of the earth, you put them in the water and they dissolve. So Neptune has the ability to dissolve. And even though it's not in conjunction with Chiron's in there in Pisces. And it is going to be about dissolving these things. About really looking at, I've said this before, but looking at the bullshit stories that we've been told. Or we've been telling ourselves, I think, is even more so. Because as we leave this, you know, Aries thing, or this is too about how we're going to appear to others. Like this is Aries over here, and oh, what are they all going to think of me? Look at all them out there, they, the 7th house, you know, all the people out there. What are they going to think of me? You know, and this is about like I just feel like it's getting more into our own selves, and I think it you know, if all goes well, or ultimately, or you know, for the best results and the best case scenario, that we could really just have a laugh about it. A lot of times when I get these breakthroughs on something that I've been real hard fast on, I just have a laugh about it. It's just like, oh gosh, wasn't I was so silly. How silly was that to be that way, to be so hard and to be so stuck on whatever. You know, you can be stuck on whatever, you know. And I've talked about this in a lot of the tarot readings, and I was listening to a Mike Dooley interview this morning with Donica, who I like a lot, Wisdom from North. And he was talking about this, and I talk about this in the tarot too. You know, Neptune, make your dreams come true. The more restrictions you put on it, you know, the more details you fill in, sometimes the worse it can, you know, it can be limiting, you know, because let the universe, let spirit create it for you. There's things that could happen that you would have never thought of in a million years. And especially with Venus and Mars, you know, not so much anymore, but I used to work on a line, I won't mention the name, I used to work on a psychic line though. And it's like their bread and butter is telling these readers, all tell these women, usually women, but some men, that some guy is coming back. And it's, I'm talking to him, it's like, well, when's the last time you heard from him? Oh, 3 years ago, but I know he's coming back. You mean to tell me you're sitting around waiting for 3 years for somebody to come back? You know, so in that case, I'm not trying to be mean to those people, but oh, it has to be them. It's only got to be so-and-so because they're my soulmate and that's it, and that's the only one it can be. No, you got to let that go. And then maybe it's not that, but I mean, just anything. The less restrictions you put on your dreams, the more magnificent they could really be. You know, the more magnificent they could really be. The less you have to plan every detail and the looser you can be, the better things are going to be. Okay, so I keep talking about this, and really we're talking about the new moon, but this is all going on here. You know, this last hurrah. I want to say for a lot of people, this might be a last hurrah to make amends. And things that have been going on, I should have looked when the nodes did go into Libra Aries, but I don't know, it's been a couple years, a little over 2 years, I believe. But think back, what was going on in the last 2 years without your relationships? Do you want to make, well, you know, trining the Saturn. Do you want to make amends? It's kind of like time to figure it out. No more sitting on the fence here. You know, maybe. Do you want to make amends? Like, it's like last chance to make amends or something like that. Or could be. Oh, my battery's going low. I'm going to try to just write it out. You know, are we going to make amends? Or are we going to, you know, maybe part ways in some cases? Some people may be parting ways now. Maybe the partnerships that suited us at one time don't suit us anymore. You know, that just could be. It just could be that. And there doesn't have to be, you know, oh, I'm a failure, or oh, you know, it doesn't have to be this punishing stuff to go along with it. It could just be, you know, hey, we're just not on the same page. You know, maybe we're just not on the same page. No hard feelings. No, you know, live well and prosper. I love Michael Beckwith, one of his tapes. It was probably a book, but I used to listen to his tapes all the time, and he's a great teacher. But that one line he says, "You are free and I am free." I love that line. You are free and I am free. So if you say that, and if you can say that and mean it, you know, that's a good thing, especially about like old relationship stuff here. Even if, because sometimes you broke up with them 10 years ago and you're still carrying around all this resentment and hate and crap from it. And that's that drinking the poison thing and thinking they're going to drop dead. You know, it's not serving you. Is it, well, is it serving you? I'm not saying it's not serving you. We all need to ask ourselves these questions. Is this serving me? And if so, maybe it's serving you to remain miserable and sad and sick and whatever, you know. So these are the things that or in self-punishing mode, you know. Stop beating yourselves up here. You are free and I am free. You are free and I am free. But, you know, it's a lot of coming together of love too. But as with always, you know, as with endings, there's new beginnings and so on. Well, that battery lasted a little longer than I thought, so maybe I can get through without having to cut this, and if that would be the case. So, of course, as always, I want to take a minute to tell you about these past life readings. People are really loving them. I've done over 100 of them. I'm actually doing exclusively these for a little while. I took the private appointments off my site temporarily. If you have an appointment in October, you'll get read. I just want to take a break from that for maybe a month or so, and I'll let everybody know when I'm back. But I'm definitely still doing these and the mandalas and all that other good stuff. And you can find all that information by going to my channel, or I'll put the links below the video. A lot of times people can't figure out how to order. It's all on this Tapestry of Life mandala order page. First, you have to keep scrolling, that's all. It shows my Redbubble site, the deck, all the different readings, and there's the computer readings will still be going on too. And of course, as always, if you like these stuff that I do, make a donation. No donation's too big or too small. It all goes to help keep these videos free and keep me broadcasting from the universe. So have a great new moon, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.